Hello StemComp, my name is Rishika. For my competition entry, I want to direct and solve the problem of people not knowing how dangerous the COVID-19 virus actually is. It is dangerous because the COVID-19 virus not only spreads really easily, but we also do not know much about it. One major problem is that people think that the COVID-19 virus is like any other virus or flu, which doesn't do much harm. And they think it's overhyped. To show that is not the case, I have made two models, one of a human cell and the other of a city layout. As we can see, the cell is a very complex structure as it has various parts to it, which includes the nucleus that controls the activities of the whole cell, the mitochondria which gives the cell energy and power, the cell membrane which acts like a protective barrier for the cell, the vacuole that stores waste and food. Then there's other parts of the cell like the Golgi, the endoplasmic reticulum, and then like centrosome, cytosol, peroxisomes, and lysosomes, and there's many others as well. If one part of the cell is unable to work, then the whole cell is unable to operate, as each part of the cell has an important job to do. All the several cells in our body allow our body to work. If the cells stop working or get destroyed, our body will get sick and eventually we die. That is exactly what the COVID-19 virus does, if not cured in time. COVID-19 destroys our good cells by destroying the different parts of the cells and replacing them with the virus cells. Soon one cell is overtaken by the virus cells and the virus gets even more powerful. Then it will take over all the cells in our body as the COVID-19 virus spreads and works really quickly. One cell is not nearly the size of the model cell that I made. In fact, our actual cells are a million times smaller. However, the COVID-19 cells are a little bigger than our own cells, which allow the virus to be more powerful and stronger even when they just enter the body. That's why we can't underestimate this virus. We need to keep our cells strong to fight the virus by choosing healthy foods. If the vacuole stores more healthy material instead of junk, it can provide more nutrients to the cell, allowing it to be more powerful. And if we continue to eat healthy, then they can be more powerful to fight some virus cells. Other than this, to avoid catching the virus, you need to stay at home, especially if you're in an urban neighborhood. This way you won't catch the virus. Like said before, many think that nothing will happen to them, or if something does happen, it won't be serious. I think COVID-19 is not that dangerous. However, it is very dangerous. Continuing on, as we can see in the city layout that I made, that even in a small city, there are so many places where you can have common contact with people. There are parks, transport areas, public buildings like community centers, hospitals, gyms, and more. Then there's commercial buildings like malls, plazas, restaurants, and more. As stated before, COVID-19 is not just a normal virus or flu. It spreads much more quicker, and that is due to a few reasons. The first reason is that it doesn't have a cell membrane, so it can easily allow things to go through it and for it to go through things. Since it doesn't have a proper cell membrane, it sticks to the outside of our cells and slowly traps the cell membrane of our cell. Soon the receptors of our cell allow the virus to come in. Another reason why it spreads is that it stays in the human body for so long. And for every person, the virus reacts differently, so you don't know if you even have the virus until after a few weeks. On top of that, some people are asymptomatic, allowing them to think they can go outside without harming anyone. On top of that even, many people didn't stop their normal routine and continue hanging out with friends even after hearing the news about COVID-19. That is why it spreads more, as an asymptomatic person that has COVID-19 meets up with a person without COVID-19. Another reason why the COVID-19 virus is dangerous is that even when you recover from it, it leaves your body with some type of trauma, as your cells get weak due to all the fighting they had to do to survive. Now, because they have less quantity of cells and a lot of the cells are weak, cells have a harder time to reproduce as they need to reproduce more now. Due to this, you suffer more problems like a weaker immune system, allowing you to get more colds or flus, or even asthma or other organ diseases. In conclusion, through the two models that I made, I hope that people now understand how dangerous the COVID-19 virus is, because it was powerful from the start, spreads really easily, and reacts differently in everybody's body, and leaves your body in trauma. Hope you enjoyed my presentation, and thank you for listening.